Mysterious videos are everywhere, be that unexplained creatures spotted in forests to supposed ghosts caught on camera. But the trouble is, many mysterious videos we've all seen a million times over, and even though some of them still remain unsolved, they are nothing new. Well, I have done some serious digging and found 5 pretty unusual videos that have not yet been solved, and that you hopefully have never seen before. So, from one of the most unusual live streams I've ever seen that has been going on for nearly 10 years, to a video reported to show a mythical South American creature, here are 5 mysterious videos that need some explaining. As always, sit back and enjoy. This video would not have come to my attention if it hadn't been for Jan, who kindly sent it and translated it for me. It was filmed in the Czech Republic on the 24th of December 2011 by a man who was driving from a city called Pilsen when he found himself in the middle of a blizzard. He decided to stop, grab his camera and record the atrocious conditions, and this is when he spotted what he thought was someone in need of help. However, he soon realised the figure in front of him was transparent, with no eyes and no mouth. It also appeared to be waving, as if to try and stop the car. Take a look. After the video had come to light, a local news channel picked it up, and paranormal experts claimed that it is authentic and is one of the only pieces of authentic ghost footage from the Czech Republic. They concluded it was a case of residual haunting, meaning that the soul of the deceased resides in the place of their death. This would make sense, as the place where the footage was taken is a notorious black spot and has been the scene of many traffic accidents. This was especially poignant for the man who filmed it, as he had lost a friend of his 20 years previously in a car crash, in roughly the same spot. So could it be that it was the ghost of his friend, or another ghost warning him to be careful as he headed deeper into the blizzard? Or is the supposed figure just part of the blizzard, and our minds think it's a person? What do you think? This is one of those stories where the more you read, the stranger it gets. In 2008, someone discovered a live stream webcam of a woman lying motionless in the corner of a rubbish-strewn room in South Korea. Since she did not move for over 12 hours, it was thought she may have been dead, but as more and more people started to investigate, it was clear something strange was going on. Over the next few years, people were trying to figure out why this woman was live streaming her room 24 hours a day, sitting for hours on end, doing bizarre things, and sleeping for over 12 hours every day. This has been going on for around 10 years. Through various writings and an eerie blog that makes very little sense, the woman who is referred to as Chip-chan has indicated she is being held against her will by a police officer she calls P. P has apparently implanted a very chip into her ankle that can control her sleep, hence the fact she sleeps for around 12 hours per day, in what looks like very uncomfortable positions. According to her, he is after the inheritance money she received from her father. Some of the signs in the room have been translated as saying, "The stalker uses this skill from 2006. I've slept for 20 hours every day since then. I do not know what has happened while I sleep. I have always been afraid of sleeping." Many believe that this woman may be suffering from a mental illness, as if she was being held captive, it would seem strange she would have access to the internet. She also does leave the house for half an hour or so to get food. So some have suggested she may have a type of schizophrenia and paranoia, and that P is a worker who checks up on her, who she thinks is holding her captive. It's one of the strangest cases I've read about for a while, and it's quite sad. I hope this lady isn't in any distress, and that attempts to help her have been made. To this day, she still live streams day in, day out, and we're no closer to finding out why or who she is. I would love to hear your theories on this one. Pomereux. This next video was sent to me by a viewer who gave me a bit of background information on it and what he believes it is. It was filmed in Paraguay and is thought to be a pombrero, a mythical humanoid creature that is well known in South American culture. The creature can either be good or bad depending on the relationship you have with him, and is often left gifts of honey, cigars or alcohol. Those who say they have witnessed the pombrero describe him as being small and ugly with furry hands and feet, and he is known to live in rural areas, often residing in abandoned properties, where he is heard at night making a variety of strange bird-like noises and whistles. Take a look at the video, supposedly taken of a Pombro. Pombro has also been blamed by farmers for letting cattle loose, stealing chickens, corns and eggs, and frightening horses. And adults in Paraguay strongly believe in this creature. What's your thoughts on the supposed footage of one? The Wyoming incident. Now this is an eerie one. It was insinuated that it was a broadcast hijacking in Niobrara, Wyoming, although it's unclear if this is actually what it was. According to the theory, a local television show was hijacked and replaced with various clips of human heads and other body parts, along with strange messages and humming, and unsettling tones that made the local people feel physical discomfort, nausea, dizziness, and have headaches. The supposed broadcast first started doing the rounds on the internet in 2006, when it was uploaded to YouTube by an unknown user, who has since been deleted. The original footage is nowhere to be found, but here is a replica of some of the text and sound waves that were supposedly broadcast on the TV. Take a look. There have been many debates on whether it was a real event or an ingenious hoax that was so convincing it got the internet hooked, prompting many to try and discover its real meaning and where it originated. There is a lot of conflicting information on the internet about this hijacking, with some saying it was some kind of sick augmented reality game, and others that it has links to a serial killer forum. Needless to say, with the contradicting information, the exact authenticity of the incident and the intention of the Wyoming incident hijacker is still unknown. The Delray Witch. This next video was uploaded to YouTube in 2014 by an anonymous man calling himself Ted, who claims to be a Detroit police officer. He explains that he was called to a domestic incident in Medina Street, Delray, but by the time he reached the address, it had resolved itself. However, what he did notice was in a nearby abandoned house, there were some strange noises, so he decided to investigate. He filmed the incident, and as he panned the camera to an upstairs window, there was an unusual looking face peering out. Take a look.
The house appears abandoned. A lot about fires, and this looks like an isolated incident coming from within the home. Hello! Hello!
To add to the footage, the man found strewn around the building torn up articles on Rose Verez, the so-called Delray Witch, who was a 1930s serial killer. Rose, along with her son, was convicted of poisoning at least 12 people, and although the Hungarian woman was exonerated later in life, it's widely believed that she was guilty. Because of the newspapers, many believe the footage, including the sounds, could be due to a ritual of some kind being performed in the abandoned building. However, there is a lot of skepticism about the video, and whether Ted is even a police officer at all, as we have no hard information to go from. What's your thoughts? So, that's 5 creepy and mysterious videos. I hope you've enjoyed trying to figure out what is going on, and I would love to hear your theories. I would also love to hear your feedback on the thriller magazine we released last week. So far, people seem to love it, and it's no surprise, it really is one of the first digital magazines covering creepy and mysterious topics. And if you haven't already checked it out, then I think you'll enjoy it. You can get a 30-day free trial, and in the first issue we talk about ghost sightings that go as far back as ancient Rome, and a man with a mysterious superpower no one can explain. You don't want to miss out, and even if you don't like it, you can just unsubscribe at any time. If you have already taken a look, then don't forget to leave a review on iTunes or the Google Play Store, good or bad, as it really helps us grow the community and improve the magazine. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.